One Piece is full of mysteries, some of them being very important like the Will of D, and others being, well, not as important, such as, why the fuck does Foxy exist? One Piece is one of the only shows where 1,000+ chapters down the line, we still have more mysteries than questions answered. However, with so many mysteries left unanswered, it gets pretty hard to keep track of all of them, so here's every single mystery in One Piece. At least the relevant ones. The first one I already touched on a bit is the Will of D. The Will of D is important to One Piece in many ways, as not only is it present in every Giga Chat character, but it's also the reason we got the most iconic One Piece meme. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist making a dick joke. The Will of D is something we barely know anything about, other than that people with the D initial are the natural enemy to God. The Will of D is something many characters in the show tried to find out about, such as Law or Robin, but ultimately only few people in the world still know about it. According to Oden's diary, the Roger crew only found out about it at Laugh Tale, so we still have quite a bit of time before we get to see what the Will of D actually is. All we know so far is that most major characters have it, such as Monkey D. Luffy, Marshall D. Teach, and Buggy D. Clown. Speaking of the Will of D, let's talk about a character who had the Will of D, Gold D. Roger. The Pirate King is still a mystery in the show, even though he's one of the most important characters in the history of the show. We know next to nothing about his journey, and the only bits we know come from Oden's flashback. What did Roger truly find? What did he learn at the island of Laugh Tale? Why did he laugh? Was he dating Rayleigh or Whitebeard? All of these questions are very important to One Piece fans, yet none of them are answered, even though we first saw Roger in Chapter 1. But it's guaranteed we'll find out more about him as the series finishes. On the topic of Roger, let's talk about one of the most incidents ever, the God Valley incident. This is a big one. For those of you who aren't as obsessed with the show as I am, which also probably means you have a life, a significant other, and are happy, can't relate. The Rocks Pirate were a pirate crew that existed 38 years before the present timeline of One Piece. The crew consisted of some of the most terrifying pirates such as Big Mom, Kaido, Shiki, and Whitebeard, all of them assembled under one man, Rocks D-Zebex. The Rocks Pirates were terrifying, in both personal hygiene, because Kaido for sure does not shower, and in strength. However, they were ultimately brought down by an alliance of Roger and Garp. Enemies to lover are confirmed. Roger and Garp ended up beating the shit out of the pirates on an island called God Valley, and here's the funny thing. Come closer, alright? We lost the island. We have no clue where God Valley went, so either it got destroyed by Emu, or it just vanished. The Rocks Pirates and the God Valley incident are extremely unclear to us readers, even though it was introduced way back in chapter 957, which, in retrospect, wasn't that far away. Regardless, it's one of the most anticipated mysteries among the fanbase. The next mystery, however, is arguably much more anticipated by the fanbase, and I'm of course talking about the mystery of Shanks. While his personal hygiene isn't in question, like it is with the Rocks Pirates, his everything else is. We know next to nothing about Shanks and his abilities, unless you watch Film Red, but even that isn't canon. Shanks and his crew is a complete mystery to us, and their true purpose in the world is also unclear. Is Shanks good? Is he going for the One Piece? Is he secretly in a team with the government? None of it makes sense to us, because every single time we've seen Shanks in the present day, which is only around 4 to 6 times, he's been doing completely different things. This dude has either been talking to the world government, talking to Whitebeard, or taking showers with his entire crew naked. None of those are connected. Well, Whitebeard and naked are. Shanks is a complete anomaly in the One Piece verse, and eventually we'll have to see everything about him, including his true goal and his power level. All we know for now is Shanks is strong. Next, we'll talk about the 100 Years Void, which is also related to Shanks, and that both of them have a void. The 100-year void is a mystery to literally everyone, but like 10 people. For those of you who are blissfully unaware, the 100 Years Void is a period of time that the current world government wiped out. Whoever finds out about this 100-year void will know the true history of the world of One Piece, which we conveniently don't. We know literally nothing about history in general, but this in particular is a big void in our knowledge. Get it? Get it. On the topic of the Void Century, let's talk about Emu. Emu's confirmed to have something to do with the Void Century, and Emu's also one of the strongest and scariest characters alive. Not even because of the big-ass weapon, but because of what is up with their head. Emu's a massive mystery to its readers ever since they were revealed during the Reverie, and is definitely crucial to the story. Emu plays a significant part of the tyranny of the world government, and if Luffy is to truly bring freedom to everyone, he has to be Emu. In order to do that, we need to figure out who or what Emu is, and why exactly Australia failed to them. Speaking of the world government, we have to find out about the Ancient Kingdom. The Ancient Kingdom is one of the biggest mysteries of One Piece. All we know about it is that it was massive and powerful, it created the 3 ancient weapons, it lost to the current world government, which was an alliance of 20 kingdoms, and that the current world government burnt any records of it. Other than this, we know nothing about the Ancient Kingdom. What did the O'Hara scholars find out? How did the kingdom lose? Was Joy Boy the leader of the kingdom? Did the kingdom have bidets? All of these questions are very crucial to the story and the plot it takes, and the funniest thing is, we might get to know soon. Egghead is looking like it's going to reveal a ton of secrets, including the history of Delfruit and everything about the 100-year void in the Ancient Kingdom. While yes, we probably still have to go to Elbaf to truly know, Vegapunk's a genius, and he seems quite capable of telling us everything. Speaking of Vegapunk, let's talk about someone he's quite close with. Dragon. Dragon and the Revolutionaries as a whole are one of the biggest mysteries in the show. While we get to know a bit of their backstory and how they were founded, they're still the most powerful organization we know nothing about. What is their true purpose? How strong is Dragon? And most importantly, what prompted Dragon to start the army? While I'm on the mindset that he started the army because one of the Gorosei went, "Dragon D's nuts," it's probably something much more deep than that. However, we need to know what makes Dragon the world's most wanted man, because it can't just be because he's attractive to Emu. Unless... The next mystery that fans have been dying to know is who or what is Joy Boy? Joy Boy seems to be something that isn't quite human, but like a will or something that is passed down. But what exactly is Joy Boy? And why is Luffy Joy Boy? Are questions fans have been pondering upon for ages. Even philosophers don't know the answer to this, and it all boils down to Oda's a genius. Joy Boy is one of the biggest mysteries in One Piece, and fans really want to know who Joy Boy is, but I wish they'd want to shower instead. Joy Boy is someone who's been name-dropped by the biggest characters in One Piece. Literally, because Zunesha is massive. Roger, Kaido, Zunesha all mentioned this random figure, so who exactly are you? What did you do? And did you shower with your crew naked as well? Now onto the biggest mystery of all. The mystery every single One Piece fan, whether you touch grass or not, is curious. What is the One Piece? While many people have theorized what it is, no one knows for sure other than Oda and his team of editors. The One Piece is the longest mystery in, well, I'm just gonna assume the history of anime. It's something all of us are curious about, and it will for sure be revealed at the end. However, that's all for today, guys. Thank you, and subscribe if you want.